So this is why this is important that you need to listen. When you see newscasters, people on TV that are telling you stuff, they're actors. They're reading a script. They're reading what they're told to read you. Now, when you see the people doing it in Congress, they're legislators. We pay them to legislate. We don't pay them to act. But make no mistake, they're doing the same thing. When you watch them, their heads are down. They're reading poorly, as they do, from papers, even though these are all educated people. They're reading word for word what they are told to read. The people that are responding to them are responding to them word for word what they are supposed to respond. It's a narrative. It's a story. You're being lied to. When you see it done on the news, it appears more realistic because they're actors. They're paid to learn their lines. And the people that are on there with them, they are paid to react to those lines with the way they're, just like in any movie. I worked in movies for 28 years. I know how they go. I've seen the whole process. That's what we are watching on TV right now. And this is important because all these lies are leading us to something. This whole equity bullshit thing, this whole calling things what they aren't. A boy can be a girl can be a boy can get pregnant because that was a girl that turned into a boy and now can get pregnant. When we start believing all these lies and start letting ourselves be led to believe that we can believe these lies and there's no recrimination, there's no end punishment for us doing this. But there is. It's the destruction of the world that's at hand. Because the people in charge that we have put in charge, look at what they just did during COVID. It was a common cold that they literally fucked up so bad in every way they could that it almost took out the world's economy. With everything at their disposal to use, that money was no object. The amount of measures, drastic as they may be, there was no barrier there. There was no human rights. There was no nothing. They could mandate what they want. They could lock us up in our homes. Everything they could do had no effect except to take $3 trillion from everybody and pull it within a small little group. And that same small little group did that on purpose to see if they could get away with it. And they did get away with it because now, 3 years later, we're all still arguing about the origins of COVID. Even though there's a DARPA letter that Project Veritas got a hold of from a major that was involved with DARPA. He was in the United States Navy intelligence branch, working somehow as a Marine. I don't know what the whole story is there, but either way, it doesn't matter. The information that he gave is all correct. That coronavirus was developed by EcoHealth and Peter Daszak. It was funded by Fauci. It was an American product made in Wuhan, China, and it got out. It was actually a vaccine that was supposed to somehow inoculate bats against getting coronaviruses so we didn't get coronaviruses from bats. That's not how it turned out. It leaked out to humans, and this is the result. But the result being is it was no worse than a common cold. It was more infectious because of the fur and cleavage site. And that's the truth that's coming out now in congressional hearings and everything. But they're still ignoring the fact that the DARPA letter explained all this from 2018 on, that Peter Daszak was doing this through EcoHealth, that he was trying to get funds through DARPA, who turned him down because it was gain of function, and then he went to Fauci. This is all known. There are no unknowns anymore. What you're seeing play out in Congress and in the media when they say, oh, the new Department of Energy thing, they find it was a lab leak possibly with low confidence. And the FBI backs them up with zero confidence. Do you think that's fucking realistic? It's not. It's a bunch of bullshit. They know and have known since the beginning, number one, that EcoHealth made it. Number two, that the vaccines they were going to develop wouldn't do shit against it because it's a common cold. By the time a vaccine could work against a cold, you'd be over your cold. That's why 98% of the people that had it didn't even know it. The people that died were over the age of like 80, 84. They'd already been 6 years past the end of their life, as far as we knew, and they died. Anything was going to kill them. A paper cut would kill them. Not to say that I'm not compassionate for the older people that died. I am, but fuck them. In the long scheme of things, they were going to die then anyway. It didn't matter what killed them. The only difference was they put it in the media that it was this thing called COVID-19 killing them, so that they could scare everybody to stay in their houses, vaccinate them, make them stay so many feet apart, wear fucking face masks that cover their face, fuck up all the children because they need to see facial recognition to know stuff. It's just an evil fucking plot. They took advantage of what was probably a natural accident, because when you give people a very limited intelligence the means to do whatever they think they want to do, which is our government is the case, with all those resources, you have a bunch of stupid people who have climbed to the upper echelon of our society who don't know their fucking ass from a hole in the ground. I wouldn't let them babysit my fucking animal. I wouldn't let them fucking walk my dog. These people are incompetent, they're stupid, and they're arrogant to boot. And that arrogance is what is going to get us all killed, because these people have power. We have given them power. We've given them unlimited power to fuck up our lives. And of course they're going to do it. They don't know any better. They don't know how not to do it.